All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Sunday. So we doing pretty good as far as the weekly schedule going. What is it? April 19th? Yo, the year is flying by. But like I said, we on a pretty good schedule as far as knocking out these streams weekly. That is gonna try and be consistent. Try and be consistent. That is the biggest thing for the year. I just recently got done with my homework, so that is why I had to push the live stream back like twice. I was wanting to do it at like 11:30, had to do some errands. Thought I could get back and do it around like 3:30. Couldn't do it because I had homework to do. And now I know I said 5 o'clock, but it is now 5:30. So 30-minute pass. We late, but we still here. We made it. So, as far as things have been catching up, this is the routine of how it's gonna go. Live stream starts. Pretty much do catch up of what's been going on. Then we're gonna go into the main topics of what's been dropping this past week. So I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad I waited when I did, because some other news just dropped like an hour ago that I was not expecting to talk about at all. But we here now. And it is Dragon Ball related. Like, this popped up out of nowhere. I was not expecting this to drop. They just dropped it. So how are y'all? How are y'all doing? Actually, before I even get started, I hope y'all are having a great weekend, great Sunday, and I hope y'all have a great upcoming week. Just get through this week so we can get over to the weekend and play some games. And speaking of games, as far as catching up, we got two major games that dropped these this past couple days. So that is all really pretty much I've been playing. Um so we got Mouse PI for Hire that dropped on Thursday, and we got Pragmata that dropped the next day. So back to back drops. Twitch is going to be heavy. I'm gonna try to do Twitch every weekend because we got two games to knock out at the same time. So I've heard Pragmata is fairly decent as far as when it comes to like the game time. I think it's like a 12 or 13-hour game. Close to 20 if you're trying to knock out these puzzles and gain a whole bunch of other items and secret stuff, but for like completionists. But I heard this game is pretty short. I like how it's short, but not too long. I like it's that hitting that sweet spot. So, and I have more than enough time to catch up on my other stuff since Mouse PI dropped. But yeah, that game dropped on Thursday, so that was a day one. That was an automatic day one. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that y'all get that game, because I'm gonna be talking about that just like how I did with Resident Evil Requiem when it first dropped. I'm gonna be giving my first impressions. I probably put in, as far as Mouse PI goes, I put in 3 hours into it. And as far as Pragmata goes, I put in, I would say, close to 4.5. But yeah, we're gonna go. What other games? I played a little bit of Final Fantasy, but that's, of course, that's offline. I played that like maybe for an hour and a half. Last night I played that. I'm on chapter 8. I forget how many chapters. I think it's like 20 something. But I'm on chapter 8 right now. And yeah, the story is amazing. But I've spoken about my Final Fantasy tip. I got my gummy worms, I got my glass of water. This is going to get me through the stream. And then after that, I'm going to eat something. But yeah, that is what I have been doing. Let me see if this stream is right. I think we still gonna be good as far as the bit rate goes. But anyway, let's talk about these two games. So, Mouse PI for Hire. So when I first heard of this game, and they dropped the trailer, I was like, oh, this is different. I need that. It's a FPS, but it's different. It's what they call it, one of those boom shooters. Is giving Doom. Is definitely giving Doom vibes. It is very high paced, fast movement. I can already tell you're gonna have a load of weapons. You're gonna have an arsenal of different stuff. And I'm only, I would say, close to 3 hours in. You about to have a lot of weapons in this game. The aesthetic, the feel, the way the game plays. I don't know. IGN gave this like a 6. I say, personally, I recommend for anybody who's into shooters, who's into quirky games like this, go ahead and get it. This game is dope. I'm loving that 1930s detective vibe, but it's still like it's still cartoony, like a Disney feel to it, but it's super violent. Like you got, I just recently picked up a shotgun. That's my favorite weapon right now, currently. I know it's gonna switch up because, like I said, we're gonna have more weapons at our disposal. But I got that shotgun. It's real goofy how the animation is done too, but it's very violent. So we got the pistol, we got the we got the dynamite sticks, and we got the shotgun. But the shotgun is my favorite right now. You got people getting their heads, well, not people, but the mouse cartoon characters getting their heads blown off. This is centered around a mouse world. So the mouse are the people. But you play as this detective. I forgot dude's name. Uh Jack Peppers. And he is voiced by Troy. Is it Troy Baker? Troy Baker know how to keep a job. I will say that. If you don't recognize the name, you recognize that voice because he has done so many major characters in so many major games. Um, I was hearing his voice and all I could think about was Sam from Uncharted. That's all I could think about. He got that like New York kind of accent because it's set in like that area or that region of that time, I guess. Um, but yeah, definitely like cartoony LA noir or New York noir. Um, very violent, super fast paced. You're gonna have an arsenal of guns. They got a story. The story. They actually have a story here. Like you're trying to use a detective. You're trying to find. I don't know. I've only played in the beginning, so I don't really know if there's multiple cases. But the case that we're working on now is like who done it, who killed this mouse, and we're just trying to find the killer, I guess, or trying to find the conspiracy, go into different areas of the map, um, go into our office, having the little, having to build the bulletin uh board thing, like the layout that gave me Alan Wake 2 vibes. How you would have the pictures, put it on the board, and then trace it back to the case, find evidence, and then go back and go into the mission and do what you got to do. We get upgrades. Um, Even though I'm still in the beginning, I can already tell that one of our mouse friends, she's gonna be like the mechanic or like gonna be upgrading our stuff. We're gonna have the weapon store. We're gonna have some upgrades. Most of the stuff is locked right now because I haven't gotten into the story like that yet. But I can already tell where this is gonna be going. Um, yeah, super fast pace. The camera angle, I'm how I said is giving Doom vibes. you already know when you in an area you about to have a shootout, and you gotta. I mean, it's. I have it on the hardest difficulty, and I can already tell like you have to use your weapons and prioritize who you wanna get first. But I can already tell this game is gonna be difficult with the way people be jumping at you um in groups. Like it's a lot going on. You don't take cover. You just go and do what you gotta do. Switch weapons in between. But no, this game is super dope. With the almost 3 hours that I played it, that's really all I can say. Um, the voice acting, like I said, Troy Baker, the voice acting in this is super dope. Super dope. The story is good so far, but I don't know what IGN was thinking when they graded this a 6. No, thank you. This game is legit. This game is dope, and I recommend for anybody who likes action shooter, fast paced. Um, it's super dope, and the animation I had put up on a reel on Instagram and TikTok. Whenever you like pick up a gun or you pick up some type of collectible, it's giving Cuphead vibes, but like in a rated R black noir cartoon. It's dope. So I had a feeling this was gonna be a super fun game. I was just waiting for it to come out. So forget everything you heard about the critiques um from the major reviews. This game is legit. It's dope. Highly recommend. Um and that is all I can really say about the 2.5, close to 3 hours that I played. I already know I'm about to get into some more stuff. I'm about to get some more weapons. It's about to get more crazier. I'm all for it. So y'all let me know what y'all think of the game. For the people who have played it, let me know what y'all think. And for the people who are kind of on the fence, should I get it? Shouldn't I? Should I just pass up on it? No. Get this game. It's dope. I love games like this. I love when devs come up with video games like this, because it's different from all the other ones that's out there right now. This game stands out. It definitely stands out. So I don't know if there's any other game like this as far as like cartoony and violent. I'm sure there is. So let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm loving it so far. So if you on the fence, don't think about it. Just get it. Okay. So now we on to the next game that I played. My headset went off. We on to the next game that dropped the very next day, back to back. Pragmata. Now, how I said that I was already planning on copying Mouse PI for hire. I already knew I was getting Pragmata. That was a day one. A day one. When I saw the trailer, and it was by Capcom too, and we're gonna talk about Capcom, but it was made by Capcom. This is a new IP. We never really had a dynamic like this or a video game as far as Capcom does. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But this is new for them. I don't recall them doing something like this game. But they hit the mark. Once again, Capcom, shout out to y'all. Y'all are killing it. Y'all came out with Resident Evil 9, that was in February. And now y'all have Pragmata that came out in April. I think y'all came out with a Mega Man collection. I don't know how well that did. I don't know if it did good or not. Y'all have something else coming out. Y'all got the Street Fighter movie coming out this year. Y'all still doing content for Street Fighter. Monster Hunter Wilds, people are still playing that. That still has a community. Capcom, it's safe to say Capcom is one of them leading companies. That's killing the game right now, literally and figuratively. But back to Pragmata. I knew I was gonna get this game when it came out. I already knew there was gonna be some type of father-daughter dynamic between the main character and the little girl who is like an AI bot, but it works. Now we've seen this type of dynamic before, but this game is a little different in the way they do things as far as gameplay wise. But we've seen instances where we've gotten characters like this, with Joel and Ellie. I would say it's not coming up to me right now, but this game is kind of pulling from different games. We've got that little sister to big sister or father-daughter dynamic. Resident Evil did it. We had Grace Ashcroft, and we had the little girl, I forgot her name. We had to take care of her until we didn't. If you know, you know. But I'm loving the relationship so far. I've put in almost 4 hours of this game. And we are already on the sector 3, I believe. And I think it's like 6 sectors. Now, if we going through that, how fast I'm going through this game, it's gonna be fairly short. But I'm not mad at that, because I just don't have enough time to play a super long game like a Crimson Desert. I can't. I just can't. I don't have enough time in the day. I just don't. This game is definitely more my speed. That sweet spot, you give me a 12, close to, I would say 12 to 25 hour game. That's my sweet spot. We got it. Now, I do play RPGs, but it really all depends on what it is and if I'm in the mood to actually stream it or not. But single player, that's my wheelhouse. That's my lane. Give me a 12 to 25 hour game. That's the sweet spot for me. We can play it. We can knock it out. On to the next one. Because nowadays, adulting sucks. And I got a whole bunch of other stuff that I need to get done before I can actually get on the game. And I can only play on the weekends. I just don't have the time. But anyway, yeah, this game, for the almost 4 hours that I played it, this is going to be one of them ones for 2026 for sure. I can already tell, and I'm already knowing. I don't know what award category is going to be in. It's too early to call. This game just came out a couple days ago, but you already know. When y'all play a game, I would say for like the first 45 to an hour, or maybe even earlier, you know when a game is special. I mess with this game heavy. I'm loving Pragmata. The story wise, I'm getting the gist of it. This crew, they're on the moon. They're looking to see what happened around this base. Something pops off. I find Diana, this little girl AI bot, and I go on an adventure with her, trying to communicate back to Earth. And that's all I've gotten. So we are learning more about this little girl. She is learning more about Hugh. That's the character we play as. But we don't just play as him, we play as her too. She's there, they work together. I just do the heavy lifting. She does the hacking. And I love how the gameplay is to where we're doing the movement, she's on our back, and she's hacking while we shoot or whatever we got to do. Unlock doors, do puzzles, face enemies, fight bosses, whatever the case may be. She is a necessity. Like, we need her, because without her hacking skills, you pretty much can't do nothing without this hacking. Like, you need to hack, because if you can't, or if you don't, you're just gonna be firing out these weapons, and it's not gonna do no damage. So shout out to Diana. She one of those I would say side NPCs that definitely help out. And I'm loving the way that they work together, and I'm loving their dynamic. So speaking of gameplay is tough. And when I say tough, I mean this gameplay is fire. Now, I've been in some situations where it can get difficult, but other than that, gameplay is pretty much straightforward. But you also have to think in real time on how you want to take out certain enemies in certain situations. So, like I said, Diana's on our back. We're going through these different areas. We're fighting these enemies, but you have to hack these enemies to kill them, or these bots or whatever. So she's doing the hacking. There's different. It's like a box, but you got to control that box and whatever hacking perk you get. So you need her to kind of like disable the enemy's health, and then you can fire out the gun. But there's different hacking abilities that you can do. Like, I got an ability to where I can stun people, to where you can hack 3 people at the same time, to where you can put on extra damage against the enemy, and then I fire what I gotta fire. So my thing is, for my playthrough, I want Diana to be vicious with the hacking. She's the most upgraded. I take care of her first, and then I take care of my weapons, and then my suit. Or my suit and then my weapons. But she comes first because her hacking ability is on point. So it's definitely a lot of different things that you can pull off in this game, but like in certain situations, you have to think, or you have to decide on what you want to do in real time while you're aiming and hacking at the same time. So if you see like a bigger enemy, or if you see some smaller other enemies, who do you want to take out first? Or is it okay to stun them? I got another ability where I can use friendly fire on the robots or on the enemies. But yeah, her hacking ability is super dope. Super dope. I love it. And just the interactions that she has with Hugh is amazing, adorable. We have to protect Diana at all costs. But I have a feeling something is going to happen to someone. So I'm just kind of preparing myself, because I don't know how long this cuteness is going to last for us. But along the journey, we get to pick up like items, like a basketball, like a little playground set, a slide, a TV, to where we can put in our like hub world. And she can interact with that, and she'll ask me questions about what it is she's adapting to, what or how humans are. And Hugh was not really, he's doing the best he can in teaching this AI child how humans think. It's pretty funny with the way he answers and how she questions him about certain things. But yeah, I'm loving this dynamic, and I'm loving this interaction. I just recently beat a boss. The boss fight, super dope. again, the way that they use each other, and she does the hacking, we do the heavy lifting with shooting and moving around. Capcom, y'all got one. Y'all got another one. Jeez. Y'all have been killing it this year. And y'all got more to come. But yeah, Pragmata. Pragmata is one of them. Is one of them ones for this year. So I'm trying to think of anything else. As far as Hugh goes, he's a pretty dope character. His suits are giving, I would say, like Dead Space vibes, but aesthetically, how it looks, it's only from compare. I only compare that because of the way it looks. That's all. This is my type of game too. It's in space. I love space stuff. Give me anything space related. I'm in for it. It's action, and this is a type of game that is very focused on family oriented, like that father-daughter dynamic style. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what to call it. I don't got no kids, but this is making me want to protect this little girl. Like it's the way that they do it in this game. I don't know. This game is dope. That's all I can really say. Getting back to Hugh though, I know I'm all over the place, but for Hugh, this dude may look like a heavy character, but this dude moves pretty quick for his size, surprisingly. And we got Diana on our back, so he's moving with the quickness, even though he got all this heavy machinery and different types of weapons on him. And then we got this little girl who's hacking other stuff. Super dope. The weapons, we can upgrade the weapons. We got the wheel tree, the tree skill, whatever. We go back to the hub. We can unlock more stuff for hacking abilities. The weapons, the suits, we can customize. We got different mods. I'm only almost 4 hours in, and I've gotten a big chunk of stuff, like as far as upgrades. So the more you progress through, I'm sure you'll get more stuff, more weapons. I think I got like 5 or 6 different weapons right here that I can just equip. There's like a 3D printer you can make out of different stuff. Super dope. But yeah, I'm loving this game. I'm loving this game, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this was in one of the categories for like a best action, best art direction, whatever the case. So I'm all for it. 2 for 2 that I'm playing this weekend. Mouse PI, Pragmata, and they have not disappointed me in the slightest. So I'm bigging this game up. Shout out to Mouse PI, and shout out to Pragmata, shout out to Capcom. If y'all have not got, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of streams, I'm seeing a whole bunch of TikToks about this game. I even put out a TikTok about Diana. But yeah, people are loving this game, and Capcom is killing it right now. So that is, or that those are my first impressions of those two games. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all playing Mouse PI, or y'all playing Pragmata, or are y'all playing both? If y'all are like that, because I'm playing both. I couldn't pass up one or the other. They were both day ones for me. Do y'all enjoy Pragmata for the people who are playing it? And do y'all like how it's a shorter game from what I'm hearing, or do y'all want it to be a little bit longer? So y'all just let me know on that piece. All right, so let's get to the topics now. Now, as y'all can see, we spent 34 minutes just talking about what I've been doing in these two games. We're going to get to the topics now. So in the thumbnail, as y'all can see, movies are becoming a big thing relating to video games, or video games turning into movies. Now, back in the day, they still do it, but books. We have millions, billions of different types of books out there in the world. You can make so many movies with so many different types of books, whether that be nonfiction, fiction, whatever the case may be. Fiction, more likely. Now, the new wave is video game adaptations. Now, back in the day, we have gotten video game adaptations that was super trash, but the level of writing that these people are at now, with the direction and them doing the collabs with the video game people and the actual directors of the shows or movies or whatever, they're actually collabing and they're making some good content. We've gotten The Last of Us, we've gotten Fallout, we've gotten Super Mario Bros. Movie, we've gotten the Sonic games. What else? I'm sure there are so many others that I'm missing out right now. Y'all let me know. But we've gotten some pretty good stuff. We got Mortal Kombat. We got the new Street Fighter game, this Street Fighter movie that's supposed to be coming out real soon. We're gonna be watching the trailer for that too, by the way. But yeah, those are becoming more and more relevant as far as them making movies or them making video games and then turning them into movies. It's good content, because if you got a video game with a good story, you can make that into a movie. Now, last stream I did talk about Metal Gear Solid, how they're making a movie. You can make a movie. It just needs to be done by the right people, and it needs to be co-signed by the gaming devs or whoever made the game, the creator of the game, the writers, whatever the case may be. Somebody needs to be in that room to make the approval and to make the cosign that, okay, we're good with this, we can do it. We've gotten good content, we've gotten good movies, good TV shows, and we've also gotten bad movies and bad TV shows that Hollywood has taken from video games and made them into a complete garbage show or a garbage movie. We don't need that. So I gave y'all my thoughts on Metal Gear Solid, so y'all can go back and look at the past stream, or y'all can look at that past video that I made throughout last week. But yeah, this is becoming the new trend now. So we got a couple movies. I think that there was a convention, a CinemaCon. This is the first time I heard it. I thought I was a movie buff, but I guess not. A CinemaCon where they had some news dropping. So we're gonna talk about a couple of them. We got news of a Bloodborne movie coming out. We got news of this was rumors. People probably already knew about it, but this is actually being like confirmed or new updates. We have a new Resident Evil movie coming out. Just hope they do it right, because we've had speaking of bad movies to video game adaptations, Resident Evil has been on the list ever since it first came out. They just can't seem to hit the mark on that series or that franchise. And I would feel like it's easy to do, not easy, but you can do it because it's a whole bunch of content that you can do with that. They just can't seem to land. They can't land it. But there is news of a new Resident Evil movie coming out. What else is coming out? So we're gonna look at this new Street Fighter reaction. I put it in my notes. We have a couple gameplay trailers that we need to look at. We have Metro 2039. We have news of The Last of Us Part 3. I did touch on this a little bit, tiny bit. But we got some more updates as far as that goes. And some other major news that we're going to hit off first. We got news of Dragonball Xenoverse 3. It is confirmed. This is the new game that's coming out next year. Now, we knew it was going to be an RPG. We knew it was going to be a Xenoverse related game, but alright, disregard what I said. We knew it was going to be Xenoverse 3. Bandai Namco just confirmed it. So they came out with a new trailer. This dropped like an hour and a half ago. We had to watch it. I'm gonna give you all my thoughts and opinions on what we're gonna be watching. So let's get started. I have it up here on the screen. 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Let me turn my headphones back on. All right, cool. Do it. See what we got. Oh, the music. I like the fit.
Look at me speeding with the spotlight. Catch me if you can. Watch me glitter like a galaxy. Every smile I bring to you. There's sparkle in my flow, untouchable. Cause you know I'm the one. My rhythm hears the beat, cool looks, a voice so divine. Jewel perfection. Is this for real? Open your mind. Hey! Feel the disharmony. I know. My new song's out. Hope you like it.
Look alive! Another incident in New City. That's your cue to head out and take care of it.
All right.
Okay, Bulma.
Ready?
I like Bulma's hairstyle.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Go!
The goat. Yeah, I need gameplay.
Hey, partner! The incident should be just up ahead. Careful, though. I might just steal the spotlight myself. Now, here comes the hero.
I like the animation. Yep. Day one. I'm there. This is probably going to be the biggest, most detailed RPG of Dragon Ball.
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Wow, you really caught me off guard. You okay?
$2027. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here. So first things first, graphic wise, this looks a little bit more of an improvement than what they did with the last game for sure. This is a day one for me. By obligation, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. The animation here, they better bring that thing back. The animation here, I'm sure there's gonna be create players to where you can have some cold fits like this, because the last dude, his fit was not it. With that gray bowl cut, we don't need that. I hope there's gonna be more variation, more detail in the customization of the create your player. We need everything. Everything.
So take a look at me. I was born to be and I know that's destiny. Look at me speeding with the spotlight. Catch me if you can. Watch me glitter like a galaxy. Every smile I bring to you. There's sparkle in my flow, untouchable. Cause you know I'm the one. My rhythm hears the beat.
Now, we don't really know what the story is. Now, is he one of the characters? Is he one of the main guys? Or is that bowl cut, gray white bowl cut dude? I know he's just like a fill-in, but
Hey, partner! The incident should be just up ahead. Careful, though. I might just steal the spotlight myself. Now, here comes the hero.
yeah, bro, I need gameplay. This is just the cutscenes. I need to see how this game is gonna play.
Tomorrow.
And then the second game, Xenoverse 2, it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because 1 and 2 is they play the same, they upgraded a little bit more. But with 3, we need to see a major upgrade of something. Now, I already know this game is going to be more detailed than ever before compared to the previous 2. The different worlds you can possibly go to, the customization, characters you interact with, the mentors. Are we having like I know we're working for like a capsule, working for Capsule Corp, but like, are we like a superhero? I don't know. But I don't know, but I don't care. I'm still about to get it. This is gonna be a day one. Yeah. I played Xenoverse 1. I beat it. I played most of Xenoverse 2. Super dope when it comes to RPGs. But Xenoverse 3 needs to do something that 1 and 2 have not. They need to be bigger and better than ever before, especially on these on this PS5 and this Xbox and this PC of modern day consoles now. This ain't the PS4 days. We need to see what y'all can do when it comes to the current gen. But I'm down for it. I need to see what this customization gonna be like. I need to see what the story gonna be like. I need to see how many mentors we can do, how many power upgrades or powers we can get. Like I said, 1 and 2, they really didn't change much in between, this game needs to change, and change in a good way as far as what all we can do. As far as visiting other regions, the map needs to be bigger. It needs to have more of a the online needs to be bigger and better than ever before. Hopefully we don't have no bugs or nothing, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But yeah, this is gonna be a day one for me. Gonna be a day one for me, and this just dropped today. Like I said, hour and a half it dropped, so I'm glad I pushed the stream back and we waited. I would have had to wait another week for it to come out, or I would have had to make another video in between the week. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of Dragonball Xenoverse 3. Are y'all skeptical? Are y'all curious about what's about to be in the next game? What's the story? What's the story gonna be like? That's my thing, because the first and second game they did it with like the timeline, people interfering with the timeline. You and Trunks are going back in time to different of these timelines and fixing it. But what's this story gonna be about? Is it gonna focus more on the superhero aspect of things, or are we just gonna do a whole another timeline loop? Because we already know what Dragon Balls consist of. We already know the story. It's got done plenty and many a times. What can this game do different that the other ones have not done? We'll see. Y'all let me know. Okay, so going back to the movie or video game adaptations, we got a couple. So, Street Fighter. This is actually number 2 on movies trending on YouTube currently. This I will be seeing in theaters. This looks goofy as hell, but it may just work. Now, Street Fighter was never meant to be taken seriously. It's got a couple serious characters here and there, but overall, the game is just with a whole bunch of characters from different regions, different continents, different countries of the world fighting in different places. I'm all here for it. I love Street Fighter. Now, I'm much more of a Tekken fan, but I respect Street Fighter. I got Street Fighter 6. I actually haven't played that in a minute. I look, you want to get on, but again, timing. My favorite, my main is Cammy. So I'm definitely gonna be seeing what she looking like in this movie. But the first trailer that they gave us, it was wacky as hell, but it was cool at the same time. They could pull it off with this. And it's just fun. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It depends on what game it is, right? So if you have a serious game like The Last of Us, they made that to the show, very dark, very serious. If you have a game like Street Fighter, if you have a game like Mario, those movies ain't really meant to be taken serious. It's a fun time, a fun game to play. Let's check this out. Let me see if my stuff is okay. All right, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got good news, y'all. Gathered here are the world's best fighters.
You're not a warrior
And that's Ken.
sideshow.
What's up, MTV? I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
Were you gonna show?
The path I'm on now is not one of combat.
Maybe it's Ken's turn to be champion.
will you find me?
I'm paid to find
Well, I know it's about to be a lot of Easter eggs in this movie.
even if they're lost.
Good to see you, old friend. Still reckless. Sit down.
October.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs. I don't see what the big deal is.
I'm positive that a fireball came out of Ryu.
Go it, Ryu!
Hey, the effects ain't half bad. I'm down. I'm down. I feel like it's about to be I feel like this one of the movies, like how I said it, this movie is not meant to be taken serious. But I feel like it's going to focus on Ryu and just Ken's story. Mostly from what I looked at it was Ken. I mean, I ain't mad at that. But I'm all for it. I'm gonna watch this in theaters, and it looked like it's a movie for it's a good time. It looked like you gonna have a good time in this theater watching it. All the fighters, the effects, they're gonna tie it in with the games, they special moves. Okay. All right. Probably give it like a close to 7-ish area if they do it right. Now, I'm not expecting no Oscar performances or not like that, but this movie, we're gonna see how it does. But I feel like it's gonna be a fun time in the theater. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. The characters, all the characters look dope. Chun-Li looks dope. Ryu looks dope. Ken looks dope. Cammy, that's my main. And she got the classic costume. I do like the other costume. So let's see how she do. I forgot dude's name, but I thought he was skinny. I thought he showed up in like 4. You got what's dude's name? What is dude's name? Dan. He's probably gonna be like comic relief. They got the punching cars. They're gonna tie a lot of this in with the games. You got 50 Cent. He worked his ass off on this role as far as working out. That's funny. As Balrog, yeah, they did the characters justice as far as like the looks. Okay, I'm not mad at this. And it got 18 mil. And this trailer came out 3 days ago. Yeah, I ain't mad at it. They got Guile, Cody Rhodes. They got Akuma as Roman Reigns.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs. I don't see what the big deal is.
I'm gonna go see it. It's gonna be a day one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Are y'all down for something like this? Are y'all gonna see it? Do y'all like Street Fighter, the franchise? Let me know what y'all's favorite fighting game franchise is. Alright, let's ooh, I did not even put on my banner. That is a mistake. There we go. Ooh. So let's get on to the next movie. Resident Evil. Now, how I said that when it comes to the Resident Evil movies, they just, for whatever reason, I don't know, they just can't seem to land it. They can't stick the landing. Every RE movie or every RE show, because they had a show on Netflix, it was not good. They can never do it right. They always have to go off to a different character, a character with a brand new character. And then the TV show, if I remember, it had nothing to do with the OG characters. It was just a brand new thing. But there's good news. And there was another movie that had the characters in it, but it played horribly. But there is hope. I believe that you can make a good Resident Evil movie. There is still hope. I still believe that it is possible. You have literally all the material that you need to make a good movie. So we have, this is an article from Vanity. Resident Evil trailer scares CinemaCon as weapons director Zach Kreger debuts his gore-filled zombie outbreak. So from what they showed at CinemaCon, it's looking like it's about to be one of them ones. And I've seen Weapons. Weapons is great. Weapons is, that was a really good movie when it comes to like a horror movie or a scary movie. So if he's doing something like this, I think you can do it. I think you can pull it off. So Weapons writer and director Zach Kreger is back with another spine-chilling horror movie, this time with an established video game property in Resident Evil. He brought his adaptation to CinemaCon, the annual Las Vegas convention for movie theater owners, ahead of its September 18th theatrical release from Sony. So this is coming out in September. Attendees got a first look at the bloody Resident Evil trailer, which reteams Kreger with Weapons star Austin Abrams for an original story set in the zombie-infested video game world. Now, Austin Abrams, if y'all have seen Weapons, he was like that drugged out homeless dude, and then he actually went in the house, and yeah, but he was the character on drugs. He's gonna be in this movie. So attendees got a first look at the bloody Resident Evil. Okay, read that. He frantically calls his girlfriend and apologizes for getting disconnected earlier and that they may never speak again. Shots of horrifying zombies fill the rest of the trailer, including a pale, bloated monster sitting at the bottom of a sewer. The biggest moment of the trailer comes when Abrams is running through a deserted street as the zombies horde chase him on the rooftops. It ends with zombies' blood splattering violently as the creatures plummet to the ground. Bet. Okay, so Kreger first made waves as the writer and director of the surprise horror hit Barbarian. Oh, I forgot he did Barbarian. So if you have Barbarian and Weapons under your belt, I have faith that it is possible for you to pull off a Resident Evil movie. Now, as I was reading this, it have the cast of the video games. This is set in the universe, but it's on a new character, I guess. So Resident Evil began as a '96 horror video game for the PlayStation and soon evolved into a full-blown franchise. Over the years, it has spawned many video game sequels, spin-off, remakes, film, and TV adaptations. Writer and director Paul W.S. Anderson first brought the games to life with Mila Jovovich in 6 live-action Resident Evil films. In 2000s and 2010s, they grossed more than $1 billion. Now, how I said, these Resident Evil movies are not good. But as far as the box office goes, they killed it. And that's why they kept pumping out more. I would say the first Resident Evil movie they did, like the very, very first one, it was cool. Everything other than that, no thank you. So based on it, Johannes Roberts then attempted to reboot the franchise with 2021's Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, but it was a disappointment at the box office and with fans. Yeah, that movie right there. Oof. No, thank you. We don't want anything like that ever again. Ever again. So yeah, I mean, if people was talking about how spine chilling, how scary that trailer is, and it's the director behind Weapons and Barbarian, I'm down. I have faith that they can possibly pull off a good, decent, let's hope it's more than decent, but a good RE movie. Now, it doesn't have to have Leon, it doesn't have to have Claire, any of the OG cast. You can have a new character in that universe. It just needs to be done right. The other ones, they haven't hit the mark. But hopefully with this director, we can see something different. So, y'all let me know what y'all think on Resident Evil. And that is Resident Evil, again, Capcom, killing it this year. Resident Evil is one of my top franchises. Resident Evil 9 just came out. Love that game. But for some reason, they cannot pull off the movies or the TV shows. They just can't. Like I said, and I know I've been saying like I said before, you can pull off a video game adaptation movie or TV show. It just needs to be done right. By the right people behind it, the right director, and the people who have created this game or written for this game need to be in those rooms co-signing off of stuff. So hopefully this guy can do it. We gonna see. Okay, speaking of dark and horror related, Bloodborne is coming out with a film adaptation. So I know this game is one of them ones. I know people, this game has a very very big community as far as the PlayStation side of a Dark Souls game is. Bloodborne, people have wanted Bloodborne, critically acclaimed game. People have wanted a second one ever since. I don't think it's happening anytime soon, but people love this game. And with such high praise, if you got a game that's critically acclaimed like that, it may come out with a movie if done by the right people. Now, I have not played Bloodborne. These are not my type of games, but I respect how well it critically is acclaimed. I respect what it's got going on. This is just not one of my games. Just like how Dark Souls, Elden Ring, one of these days, I can't promise nobody nothing, but one of these days, I'm going to get back on Elden Ring. I am. But with so much, but that's in the back of the backlog. Right now, that's not even on my radar. But we'll get to it eventually. but I have not played any Bloodborne. I've seen walkthroughs of it. It looks super dope. But we are now in talks of a movie. So this is an article from BBC. So Bloodborne video game film adaptation announced with YouTuber Jacksepticeye. Now this name is familiar because that I forgot he was in Dispatch. He was one of the characters. I think he was Punch Up. If y'all played the game, y'all know what I'm talking about. Or if y'all are into the YouTube space, y'all know who this dude is. So hit video game Bloodborne is being developed into an animated film co-produced by YouTube star Jacksepticeye. Okay, I didn't know that. So this is an animated film. I'm down. They doing an animated or an anime show for Sekiro. I'm gonna be watching that. But with this, it's gonna be an actual animated film. Interesting. So the 2015 PlayStation exclusive is one of the most celebrated games of all time, but has never received a sequel despite fan demand. I was just saying. While plot details and a release date remain under wraps, the film will be developed by Sony Pictures and PlayStation Production, who say the adaptation will be true to the spirit of the game. So Sony is working out here. They have their hands in the Resident Evil game. They got their hands in the Metal Gear Solid game or the movies. And they got their hand in this. The attendees were also treated to Tom Holland in hologram form, presenting a fresh clip of Spider-Man Brand New Day, as well as a first look at the social reckoning. All right. Bloodborne from legendary Japanese dev From Software, built on the studio's successful Dark Souls series, famed for its punishing, strategic combat encounters. The emphasis on skillful play in Bloodborne's gothic Victorian setting made it an instant favorite with critics. Okay, so okay. Oh yeah, he wasn't Punch Up. Yeah, he was Punch Up. Okay, I knew his name looked familiar. Okay, anyway. So this actually changes this changes how I see things now. So it's not a live action, but it's an animated version. You can do a lot more stuff with the animated version. No graphic effects, no special effects, no green screen, none of that. They're able to move more freely when it comes to the combat, when it comes to how this game plays and how you portray it in TV format. So this is something that I might be interested in watching. Like I said, I'm not a major fan of like games like this, but I do know how big of a community this game has. And they do not play with their Bloodborne. They wanted a second game ever since. So hopefully this will scratch their itch in the meantime. And hopefully, marketing wise, if they come out with the movie success and it does successful, Bloodborne 2, we'll see. We will see. But it's gonna be a lot more action packed. I don't know what the story is with Bloodborne. I know it's gonna look fire though. In that Victorian era time. You got the gun, you got the other weapon, whether it be a sword or other sharp object, axe, whatever. And whatever character you got. So in this universe, they're gonna focus on some specific character. I don't know whether that be in the game or they just made it up and it just so happens to be in this universe. But we're gonna see. All right. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of Bloodborne. For all my Bloodborne fans, are y'all excited for a animated film to drop? And they didn't say is it dropping this year? Is it dropping next year? We don't know the timeline. But what is he? Okay, so it is co-produced by YouTube star Jacksepticeye. And from what I've heard, from what I've seen, and from his interviews, he is a gamer. So he knows what he's talking about. And it's going to be co-produced. So, like I said, you when you making films or when you making games or any other content, movies, TV shows, you got to have somebody that's at least familiar with the work. If you have a video game and then you put in that in a TV or movie version of that, somebody's got to know the material, the characters, how the game plays, story. And I believe that Jacksepticeye is the guy to do it. But we're going to see. But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on a Bloodborne video game film. I'll be down to watch it. Alright, so we got 2 more stuff and then we're going to be done with the stream. So we probably most likely going to be going into an hour 30. So, there was some other news that just dropped. Metro. Now, I don't really know how many Metro games. I think it's like 3 or 4. But I played one of them. When I first got my PS5, it was like a remastered version of the first, I believe. For all my Metro fans, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not too much into this series, but I know how good of a game or good of a games these are. But they're coming out with a new one. So this is Metro 2039. I don't know the timeline. I don't know if this is a continuation. I don't know. But we're gonna see what this is looking like. It's 6 minutes, so they better show some gameplay. Alright. Inspire. See, I didn't even know that. This game is from a book. Inspired by the worldwide best-selling Metro book trilogy by Dmitry Glukhovsky. So I do know. Alright, I'm gonna play it, but I gotta say this. I do know when I first played this game, pretty much the concept is in Russia, I believe. And you're underground. That's really the only way you can live because the air on the surface is so toxic, so radioactive. People are gonna die, so we have to live people have to live underground. So you have to go out on the surface, look for different stuff. You will find different monsters, other enemies, different factions. But I don't know if the different games like correlate or are the same. Are they sequels? Do they take place in different timelines? What is it? Somebody let me know.
I ask you, do you want to come out of the darkness and become a pure nation? I ask you, are you ready for great changes under the guidance of a great leader? If you are, then wake up and open the door for the Novorite. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Wake up to a pure nation. Clean air. Bright future. says comply. The people
Yeah.
say aye.
I like that transition.
The enemy spreads, for the Führer hunter protects you.
Where are they taking them? Can you hear me?
They do. We hear everything. But you don't let them speak.
No. It's not about me. I won't ask again.
It's all about you. Sleep.
All together now, children.
The Novak is our home. Either we destroy or we are destroyed. No one will mourn us if we die. Mercy is weakness.
Our enemies have no pity for us. The enemy must be destroyed.
The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed.
Shit.
Your nation, clean air, bright future. The Novorek is our home.
Damn. Alright, so this game, I don't know how the other ones are, but this game is definitely going to be focusing on story. Capture from gameplay, and what was that? And real-time cinematics. Okay, this is what we need. Oh, this looks good. Coming this winter. Oh. Okay. All right.
PlayStation.
I'm down. Is this the same one?
to pay to have a future. Reality forced us to take a different approach, told from a uniquely Ukrainian perspective. But this is still a metro story.
Oh, Ukraine?
Metro universe.
I said Russia.
We are a team of fighters. My Kozacko rodu. We will push through no matter what. Getting electricity from generators or batteries, power outages or sheltering from rocket and drone attacks are interrupting, but not stopping us from making what we deeply believe, what we do best. Of course, taking care of the family is the biggest priority. Sometimes you just put your head down and focus on work, but it's each other's support that our fro.
Okay, we get the gist. Okay, well, man, there's so many different series that I want to get into. I played the first one, a little bit of it though, but I know there's like 4 different ones. Let me see. Metro games. So I know there's like different ones. Wikipedia. So there's Metro 2033 that came out in 2010. So Metro Last Light, Metro Redux. So this is a remastered version. So I think I had the remastered version. And this is a remastered version of both Metro 2033. Oh, so you get the first 2. And Metro Exodus is a sequel to Metro Last Light. So if you're not caught up, you can play Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. And then after that, you play Metro Exodus. What is Metro Awakening? Oh, that's VR. And then after Metro Exodus, then you play Metro 2039. Bet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard these games are super dope. I love the concept. Bet. Yeah. I would play it, but I don't know the story, and like I can just jump into it. But I'm one of them people that's like, I need to play the first game to get to know the other ones, except for Final Fantasy, because those take place in different. Those are different games, same franchise, different games. But yeah, y'all let me know if y'all are gonna be copping this. It's coming out in wintertime, so it's probably gonna be later in the year. And that's actually pretty good timing. So when all the heavy hitters blow over, when they have their time, this game is gonna come out right after. Okay. But yeah, y'all let me know if y'all are gonna be copping Metro, if y'all are fans of Metro. What are y'all thoughts? I need more gameplay. I already know this game looks good. The one I had on PS5, the Redux, that looked top notch graphics right there. This one, from what I've seen, they need to show me a little bit more. Yeah, they need to show me a little bit more. Okay. I had to sneeze. Last but not least, The Last of Us. So, Naughty Dog is apparently very busy right now. We have 2 potential games, future games, and we got 1 confirmed that we have not heard of or we not have heard from since the trailer dropped. We got Intergalactic. That's for sure coming next year. There's potential rumors, news of a Uncharted 5 that I talked about in my last stream. And now we have Last of Us Part 3 development underway. Now, I touched a little bit about Last of Us. Last of Us Part 1 will go down in history as one of the best PlayStation games ever. One of my favorite games. They came out with Part 2. I personally loved it. I know people are very polarized about how things are set up, how the characters were to this day. But I like the game. I enjoyed it for what it was. They came out with a TV show, which was great. First season. Second season was still, it was good, but it wasn't as good as that first season. Very polarizing. And now we're getting drama within Naughty Dog about upcoming projects, stuff that could have potentially been a thing. That Last of Us Online, the biggest what if for them, but they turned that down when it was already 80% done. So now we have news that they are in development on making a Last of Us Part 3. Now, I honestly don't know how to feel about this. One part of me is saying that they need to stop with this franchise, because we've gotten Joel's story, we've gotten Ellie's story. Y'all can end it right there. But within this universe, there are so many other characters that you can take it with. You can have different parts. But I've also heard that Ellie might be in Part 3. They are definitely milking this game. We've got Last of Us on PS3, the OG. Last of Us Remastered, PS4. Last of Us Remastered / remake on the PS5. We got Last of Us Part 2 on the PS4. We got Last of Us Remake, Part 2 Remake or Remastered on the PS5, PC. We got so many different versions. It's like Resident Evil 4. There's so many different versions on so many different platforms. They have milked this game. So let's read about what's going on with Last of Us Part 3. So HBO's Last of Us in the midst of filming its third season. Oh yeah, they're also doing a third season because we still need to do Abby's side of the story. But franchise creator Neil Druckmann stepped away from his role as co-showrunner last year. The reason behind that shift may now have become apparent. According to a number of leakers, and that's also another thing, y'all need to chill out with the leakers. Who's running the security with Rockstar, Naughty Dog, these other companies? Who leaked Avatar? That's what I want to know. There's Avatar clips all over social media. I've avoided it. I've only seen like 5 seconds. And I was like, nah. So pretty much the movie's on there. But they need to take reign, or they need to take control of this leaking stuff, because this is getting out of hand at this point. Because it's like, what's the point now? It's like you come out with the movie, you already seen it. So according to a number of leakers, Naughty Dog has finally commenced development on Last of Us Part 3. And it'll undoubtedly be helmed by Druckmann. Part 3 will follow Intergalactic in a new Uncharted game. So they got 3 games that they're apparently working on right now. It was insider Eller who first spoke out, saying that Naughty Dog had 3 projects in development: Intergalactic, a new Uncharted, and The Last of Us. So Daniel RPK then seemed to corroborate the leak, retweeting it on Twitter/X with the side-eye emoji. Of course, such a leak should be taken with a pinch of salt until The Last of Us Part 3 is formally unveiled by Naughty Dog. That being said, the game arguably feels like the industry's worst kept secret. Druckmann has made several remarks about the potential project over the years, a significant one landing in the Grounded 2, the making of the Last of Us Part 2 documentary. But recently, that's changed, and I don't have a story, but I do have that concept that to me is exciting as 1, is exciting as 2, as its own thing. And yet has his through line for all three, so it does feel like there's probably more chapters of the story. I don't think so. You could probably do another chapter with a different character, but as far as Ellie's story, that's a wrap. I don't know what it is. I don't know what else is there to do. I don't know. It's a similar case with the Uncharted project, which also remains unconfirmed. Yet that didn't stop game director Sean S. Cake from sharing a clanger of a hint on Instagram as he conducted research. Druckmann has written and directed every Last of Us video game installment to date, albeit with partners on occasion. This would explain why he needed to step away from HBO's Last of Us, as it ultimately Naughty Dog's game output that's his #1 priority. So, apparently, they were working on part 3 or part 2. Druckmann was kind of in and out, but he ultimately left it up to the writer's hands and be like, yo, y'all got this. And now people are wondering, why hasn't he came back, or why is he left? This is why. So I guess they're cooking up whatever it is they're making with Uncharted 5 and Last of Us Part 3. Now, again, I don't know what more they can do with this story as far as Ellie. But with this universe being so big and how Ellie and Joel have traveled the entire country across to get her to that hospital, there's a lot of different factions, there's a lot of different characters that you can play with. But I don't really feel you can only do that with maybe like a DLC. I don't see a full game. I don't know. Because Ellie and Joel was the star. She was the cure. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So we gonna see. But Naughty Dog apparently has been working with 3 different games in development. AAA games at that. And what's the timeline for these games going to come out? Is The Last of Us Part 3, when we eventually do get news of it, is it going to be released on next-gen consoles for the PS6? Uncharted 5 for the PS6? Because we do know Intergalactic is coming out on the PS5. That's coming out next year. So, I don't know. They might show it on a conference or something. I don't know. The VGAs at the end of the year. I don't know. But they need to take control of these leaks. And not just with Naughty Dog, but with a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, it has gotten out of control. Really. They need to do something about that, because we already know what's about to happen. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all want more Last of Us? Are y'all getting tired of seeing the series? I love Last of Us, but even I will admit, when y'all are milking this cow. So I think they could definitely work on other IPs, like Intergalactic. That's a whole new IP. Uncharted 5. It's cool, I guess, but it just like how with Ellie, Drake's story is done, but now they're doing it with, they're making the story with her daughter. We're gonna see. But dang, we are almost an hour and 45 minutes in. We talk about a lot of stuff. Video game adaptations, movies, TV shows. Those seem to be the hottest trend right now. Whatever hottest game out right now, they're gonna make that movie. I would not be surprised if they made Fortnite movie. They already made Minecraft. They made Last of Us. They're making Bloodborne, Metal Gear Solid. We got Street Fighter. We got Mortal Kombat. We got Mario Bros. We got Fallout. It all depends on who's behind the movie. I have to keep saying that. But yeah, that is the Dragonball Xenoverse 3. That dropped like today, so I'm glad we streamed when we did. Metro, that game looks dope. What else? Yeah, I mean, no, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for y'all. So we are gonna get back. Oh, Pragmata first impressions, Mouse PI for higher first impressions. But I had to talk about that like first. But yeah, that is all that we have for today. I will chop up these videos throughout the week. I will chop up the stream and put the videos out through the week, or throughout the week. And then we'll see whatever else drops during the week, and then we can continue to do maybe Saturday or Sunday live stream. But Sundays is pretty much my day to do what I got to do. We are also going to be streaming Pragmata. I feel like with the way I'm pacing myself on this game, we're going to be done with this game in good timing. Mouse PI for hire, same thing, one at a time, or I could do back to back. But I put more time in Pragmata than I have with Mouse PI. So we'll probably most likely get done with Pragmata first, and then we'll switch over. But yeah, that is all I got. Hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. For those people who have missed it, it will be up pretty much the next day or after I end the stream, I think. I always get confused with live streams. I don't know when it ends or not, or when it's uploaded on the channel. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of the Sunday, a good week, and I will see y'all on the next stream. Deuces.